the end of the God Bless the Children with the little choir. What an awesome choir.
Yeah, okay.
What a great day that must have been filming and that video and the song, God Bless the Children.
That was a great day.
And it's done so many cool things for everybody, and that's just the essence of who Wayne Warner is. You know, and I want to talk about a cool tune that you talked about, the Turbo Twang. You know, that was what you hit early on. Turbo Twang, I remember when you first talked to me, you're going to die with the Turbo Twang, you know? And for you, it was kind of one of those things, you were walking around the block and you were kind of like dum-dum-dum. And they came to you, that's what you told me. You were kind of a rip or whatever. Tell us how that came to be, the song Turbo Twang for us. It was kind of a rip on you, or you wasn't sure it was going to be a hit or something like that. Tell us about that.
Right. Sure.
So Turbo Twang, you were like kind of like, how did that go? Tell us again how that went, how you made that song that day, around the block and putting that together.
Turbo Twang is one of the biggest hits I've had, and I'll never get out from under that song. It's it became a huge dance smash in every language under the sun.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that people are. There is some dance club somewhere right now where people are stomping their boots to that song. And for that, I'm grateful. It is one of my least favorite songs I ever wrote, Tom. I wrote it as a throwback, as a joke, as a wisecrack remark to somebody who had written about me. It was I had done an album for Atlantic Records. I was on Atlantic Records, and they, people like to define. Everyone wants to. I don't know. They want to put you in a box. They want to try to label everybody or their sound. And this guy just didn't know quite. Somebody was writing about me in an article in a magazine or something. A critic was writing about my album, and he was trying to define my sound. And apparently, he was having a hard time doing so. And so he just labeled my overall sound as Turbo Twang. And I was going for my nightly walk that night, and that song just wrote itself. It didn't have, I had no intentions of anyone ever hearing it. It was just a way of me just kind of, I don't know, just kind of, it was just a wise-ass kind of statement to this guy who was just kind of boxing in my sound. And my manager, my sister, and a few people loved the song. I didn't. But anyway, the song ended up being cut and leaked to radio, and it just took off. I mean, the thing just caught on fire, and I just never been able to get out from under it, and I'm very grateful. It opened up so many doors. I'm sure it's probably why I'm talking to you now. It's not the song that I ever want to be identified for, although I guess in some way it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm very grateful for the song. It's a fun little beat. It's got no substance. It doesn't say anything. It's got nothing to say. But it's a fun little song, and I guess it's keeping a lot of people in shape.
It's keeping that line dancing, and they're doing that little step with that Turbo Twang. And you got the rockin' one coming up, or I played that open version. Yeah, new updated version this time.
A new version of it, Rocking Turbo Twang, yeah. So, no, I'm very grateful to the song. It's certainly, it was really neat to have people all over the country, wherever I'd go, 20 or 30,000 people singing that song back to me word for word. So I'm very blessed and very grateful to every word of that song, for sure.
Yeah, and that leads us then to the filming of the song. When you guys were on location, and then that gets to the part of the story about the middle of the light. That is another tune that I've heard about. I seem to have come my way, and I know you are singing that, but you wrote about that in the book. How you guys went to a nice little cookout and stuff, and you were together, and there was this young lady singing, and kind of put this stuff together. Can you tell us about that? How did that go? And her name and all that good stuff, my friend.
Now I lost you for 1 second. The name of the song was
The Middle of the Light. When you guys put the Middle of the Light together, and the whole story.
The Middle of the Light.
Yeah, the Middle of the Light. When you guys all got together, when you had your little video party. Yeah,
I got a feeling there's going to be some talk about that song. Yeah, that song was that song was the genesis of a little girl that we had gone to her house, and I became a fan of her talent the minute she opened her mouth. I became a fan of her as a person as soon as I got to know her.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how I was dreading shooting this video for the song Turbo Twang the next day, because I've just never been a fan of cameras or really the spotlight of any kind. And she said, I love being in the middle of the light. And so this little girl by the name of Taylor Swift said, that's a great idea for a song. And she just started throwing out some lines. And so her and I started throwing these lines back and forth. And so we had the beginnings of a good co-write going. And then it kind of got forgotten about. We recorded this little idea for a song, and she got busy and I got busy, and it was months later that I came across it again on my little recorder. I was like, "Who is this girl singing on my recorder?" This is all on the book.
Yeah, right.
And she was singing that song, and so I worked on it some more, and then the song got forgotten about again for quite a while, and the song got forgotten about for so many times, and anyway, the song came to light again recently, and did you say you had a copy of that song?
Yeah, it came my way. You have a lot of friends out there, and I do believe this is what you're talking about. I know it's definitely you singing in the middle of the light. Yeah, Humagoo has got.
Well, then you're one of the few people in the world who's got a copy of that song. I don't know how it got to you. We knew it would probably surface at some point, but great. I'm anxious to get people's thoughts on it.
Wayne, you got so many friends. When they knew you were coming on, I got a lot of texts, a lot of emails checking out how we're going to be able to listen and all this good stuff. Because you remember, you help so many people, and it's a good stuff. So let's do it right now. The Middle of the Light, Mr. Wayne Warner. Thank you.
Life's up, life's down. That's a song that sings, and the thunder in, and the troubled clouds. Your love reached out and took me in, a candle in the wind. It won't burn out. Since I've met you, understand my world is well when I hold your hand. In the middle of the night, oh, you take me there like an answered prayer in the darkness of the night. In the middle of the night, drown away our cares with a love we share in the river of your life. When living rains, your sun shines through. 'Cause with you, I'm in the middle of the light. Your embrace, that's the place that I wanna go. When my world gets cold, you make it bright in your face. That's the place where heaven shows. It takes us both, makes it right. Since I've met you, I understand my world is well when I hold your hand. In the middle of the night, oh, you take me there like an answered prayer in the darkness of the night. In the middle of the night, drown away our cares with a love we share in the river of your life. When living rains, your sun shines through. 'Cause know you take me there like an answered prayer in the darkness of the night. In the middle of the night, drown away our cares with a love we share in the river of your life. When living rains, the sun shines through. 'Cause with you, I'm in the middle of the light.
Wow. The middle of the light, Mr. Wayne Warner. You're the man, buddy. That's such a beautiful song. The chorus. And I know your sister helped you put that together. I think you were telling me about it. It's in the book that you were taking a break and you came back to the studio and they had that all ready for you and all prepped to sing it.
Well, my sister is, I was going to say, my sister is pretty much an extension of me. She's, she pretty much handles just about everything that I do, and I blame her for everything that I don't do right. She's been there from the get-go. She does things. She pretty much represents me in every way, and she shines where I don't. And she's the book describes that. She just fills in all the blank spaces, and she does it so well. She's my right arm. I think somebody said to me one time in Nashville, they said, "Where does she fit into the picture?" I said, "She's not in the picture. She's a canvas that's painted on." That's absolutely correct.
And God bless her health. I think, was she not feeling good last year? Was that
she is doing much better now. Much better now.
God bless. Because she had all the musicians, everybody ready for you. Because she also knew that the middle of the night was something you wanted to get out. Because in the book, we're just little snippets of it. You were always thinking when you were on stage, you were always looking at that, and that song was kind of thinking about that. The middle of the light. Why am I here? Why is Wayne Warner in the middle of the light in life? Should I say? And that's what they're touching.
Do you mean God bless the children?
Kind of like all of them together, my friend. But the middle of the
you mean all of them? Oh, you mean the career? Yes.
Yeah, the career.
Oh, yes. Juanita definitely, the career, yes. Juanita loved the spotlight. She definitely liked the whole atmosphere of it, yes. Definitely. Yeah, as far as the middle of the light, her and I were both totally, we had both forgotten about that song for years. It was totally gone for us. We were both very proud that Taylor did well, but the song was totally irrelevant to us for a long time. It recently just surfaced, and I think she'll be as shocked as I am that it's that you or anyone else in radio has it. But I hope people like it.
Yeah, we'll just keep pumping up the good music. Speaking of that, we want to talk about your family. Your father, you come from a roots music family. You were sitting with your dad